Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm doing my December book haul for 2025. I know I'm like really behind. I said this in my video I posted yesterday for last week. I'm getting back into it slowly but surely. But I don't usually post my videos this early in the week. I usually don't post my videos until like Friday or Saturday, but I was cleaning out my room. So I was like, and I came across these books that I had since December, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to make my video. I had planned for I was planning on posting this video this week anyway, so I was like, might as well, just to, like I said, I was cleaning out my room, so I was like, might as well just post this video, and so I can clear out all these books and put them away, so I can clear out some space in my room. Another reason for posting so early this week is because I can't find, for Christmas, my parents gave me a $100 Indigo gift card, and I can't find it. So I was thinking, like, I looked in my purse, because I put all my gift cards I was given for Christmas and Valentine's Day and whatever in my purse. So that's where it was always. I looked in my purse twice. It's not there. My mom looked in my purse twice. Still not there. I do have another bag of Christmas gifts that I haven't cleaned out yet. My mom emptied that bag out and looked for it. It's not there either. She looked in her purse and it's not there either. I've looked in every wallet that is in this house. It's nowhere to be found. So I was thinking maybe it fell out of a bag or my purse or something, and it's on the floor somewhere. So then it got me thinking. I was upstairs earlier thinking, like, where could my gift card be? I have no idea. And so I remembered I have a bag, this bag right here next to me, of books that I bought / received in December. And I remember putting, because I got some books for Christmas as well, so I remember putting those in this bag. So I'm like, what if they fell into that bag when I was putting books from Christmas in there? So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go down and into my room and see. And while I'm at it, I'll film this video. So here I am. I'm just going to jump right into it. Some of these books I showed in my What I Got for Christmas videos. So some of these books you guys have probably already seen, if you watch those videos, because I had to separate them into a couple parts. This is one of the ones that I got for Christmas that you guys have probably already seen if you watched my What I Got for Christmas video or videos. Honeymoon Phase by Amy Dawes. Also, I don't think I'm forgetting any more. Unless there are some over there that I forgot about. I don't know, but I think I have them all. If not, I'll just include them in my February book haul, whatever. But Honeymoon Phase by Amy Dawes is the third book in the Mountain Men Matchmaker series. I have the first two, which is called 9-Month Contract and 7-Year Itch. And y'all know I'm a sucker for sprayed edges, so obviously this one has sprayed edges, and I'm super excited about that. But yeah. I haven't read any of her books yet, but like I said, I already own the first 3 books in the series, and I think she's coming out with a 4th one. I could be wrong, but I think she is. That's what I've heard anyway. But I'm excited. I got My December Darling by Lauren Asher. I think this is the 4th book I own by her so far. I think she wrote the Dreamland Billionaire series. And I already own the first 2 books in that series. I still have yet to get the 3rd one. And then she also wrote, I can't remember what the name of the series is called. But Love Redesigned and Love Unwritten are the first 2 books in the series, I think. I think she wrote those books. And I already own one of those books. I think I own the second one. I'm not sure which one it's called, but I think it has a pink cover. I'm not sure if it's Love Redesigned or Love Unwritten. But I own one of them. But now I own My December Darling, and I'm super excited to get into this. This one is more on the shorter side of her books. I think this is the shortest book she's ever written, and it's more like a novella, but yeah, it's a small town Christmas novella, so yeah, I can't wait to jump into this one. And the doctor in this book is named Dr. Darling. How cute is that? Super cute. Ask for Andrea by Noelle W. Illey. I guess that's how you say it. I don't know. I've heard really good things about this book, and it also has sprayed edges. Again, love sprayed edges. And these ones say, Dead Women Don't Forget. It sounds so good. One of my friends told me about this book So, of course, I had to order it. Eyes of Devious Burgundy by Lacey Lahotsky. This is a book in the Age of War and Prophecy novel. Age of War and Prophecy series. But she told me it was really good, so I went and ordered it. And it's thick. So, and it says, on the back, it says, in the midst of war, love might be the deadliest weapon of all. And it also has content. What is it called? A content advisory. So it says like trigger warnings you should watch out for, or not watch out for, but yeah. Like graphic violence, death of loved ones, physical and mental abuse, and all that. So I'm really into like really weird books and like extremely like inappropriate books, like smut, that's the word. So I'm really excited to read this. Like for me, the dirtier, the smuttier, I should say, the most graphic, gruesome, the better for me. I'm into really weird books like that. I will read literally anything. I don't care what's in it. But yeah. Anyway, there's that. I got The Untold Lives of the Women Killed by Jack the Ripper by Hallie Rubenhold. When You See Me by Lisa Gardner. The Girl Next Door by Jack Ketchum. I've heard really good things about this. I've also heard it's really, really creepy. And it literally says on the back, definitely not for the faint of heart. And it also says, a teenage girl is held captive and brutally tortured by neighborhood children. Based on a true story, this shocking novel reveals the depravity? I don't know. Of which we are all capable. I'm so excited. Again, like I said, the scarier, the smuttier, the more gruesome, the better for me. I can't wait. I will literally, like I said, read anything. Also by Jack Ketchum, Off Season. One of my other friends told me about these two books. His wife read them. And they are really, really, really inappropriate. And, you know, like I said, the smuttier the better. So I will literally be reading these and enjoying the absolute heck out of them. He Sees You When You're Sleeping and He Knows When You're Awake by Alta Hensley. I can't wait. And Sprayed Edges, hello. I'm so excited. I think there are a couple books in this haul that I'm most excited to read. These being two of them. The third one, because there's a third one, is right there. I'm probably going to show that next. But I'm so excited. Also, I think these are, they're glow in the dark. That's cool. That's really cool. And it has content warnings on the back. So stalking, non-consensual snow shoveling, possessive love, forced Christmas joy, proceed with caution. And this one has stalking, forced ice skating, hidden cameras, painfully cute Christmas puppies. You're kidding. And wearing of light up Christmas sweaters, proceed with caution. I'm so excited. I'm probably going to end up reading these during this Christmas, but I can't wait to read these. This is the third book that I'm excited to read, The Black Farm by Elias Witherell. Like I said, I'm into really weird, gross, gruesome books. So, and this is probably also, before I get into this, I am going to talk about this book, like what it's about in a minute. So check your trigger warnings. Because this one is apparently very deep, dark, twisted, and sick. I'm going to tell you guys what it's about. I haven't read it yet, so I don't usually, when it comes to books I haven't read yet, I don't usually say, check your trigger warnings, because I don't know what it's about. I haven't read it. But I've heard of this book, and I know what it's about, so check your trigger warnings, because there is some really, really deep and dark stuff in here. So, I am going to talk about what it's about. So, trigger warnings. If you get triggered by this stuff, please skip through this part. Just skip through it, because I am going to talk about what it's about, and it's really, really dark and twisted. So, basically, it's about this couple named Nick and Jess, and let me just say first, like I said, trigger warning. So if you're triggered by this, skip past this part. Trigger warnings. There is some really deep, dark stuff about miscarriages, pregnancy, and unaliving. So Like I said, if you're easily triggered by that stuff, please skip past this part. But basically, it's about this couple named Nick and Jess who end up losing their child. Now, I'm not sure if it's by miscarriage or if their child was just killed and they already had their child, if that makes sense. But they lost their child and they get into like this deep, dark depression and they decide to unalive themselves together. They make a pact to unalive themselves and they wake up in this. So they successfully unalive themselves and they wake up in this dungeon, dark place thing called the Black Farm, who is led by the character on the cover named the Pig. And the Pig does the most unspeakable, gruesome, gross things you could ever do to a person. So I don't know what he does to them because, like I said, I haven't read the book yet, but I've heard it's really, really gross and very unspeakable things. So, like I said, I'm really into weird books like this, but yeah. So, obviously, I will be reading it for sure. Will I have the time of my life, though? I don't know. It depends on what unspeakable things the Pig does to these people. But I'm excited. I got A Touch of Jen by Beth Morgan. I haven't heard much about that, but what I have heard sounded really good. I got this set for Christmas. It is, I don't know what this set will be called other than the Smile trilogy, but I remember reading Smile. I don't know if I've read Sisters, but I don't think I've read Guts. I'm like 99% sure I haven't read Guts yet. But I remember reading Smile when I was in elementary school, and I loved it. So I saw this at Walmart, and I was like, I want this for Christmas. And so I got it for Christmas. But it comes with Smile, Sisters, and Guts by Raina Telgemeier. When I was in elementary school, I used to love graphic novels, like comic books and stuff like that. So, and I think this is what these are, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, I can't wait to read those again. I got Hyperbole and a Half by Ali Brosh, or Brosh, whatever. Unfortunate situations, flawed coping mechanisms, mayhem, and other things that happened. When it comes to my book hauls, I don't usually show books, like children's books or books like these. I usually just show like novels like this. But I wanted to show this one just because. And it's kind of like a comic book, like a graphic novel, isn't it? But anyway, one of my very, very good friends, she told me about this book, and it is probably the funniest book she's ever read. And she literally sent me videos on Snapchat of her reading this book, and she was dying laughing. So I literally ordered it like the next day after she told me about it. So yeah, I can't wait to read this one. I got another novella. This is a splatterpunk one. Y'all know how I feel about splatterpunks. I don't even need to get into it again. This is Fatso by John Monsees. Like I said, I love splatterpunk. It's like one of my favorite genres to read, or subgenres to read. And like I said, the more gore, the more gruesome, the bloodier, the better for me. I love weird shit like this, so I can't wait to read this one. I have no idea what it's about because I haven't heard of that book before, but I'm excited. Okay, next, see if I can pick all of these up. I think I got them all. I got the first 5 books in the Boys of Tommen series. And I already have the 6th one, which is Releasing 10, I think. I think it is. Something 10. I think it's Releasing 10. But now I have all of them. I bought Releasing 10, I think, last summer, something like that, or the summer before, I can't remember. I think it was last July, but I could be wrong. But, yeah, I had the last book, Releasing 10, by, what's her name? Chloe Walsh, since last summer, I think it was. But I've had on my wish list for a while the first 5 books in the set. And I went and ordered all of them. So now I have the entire set, and I haven't even started the series yet. But I've heard amazing, amazing things about these books. These are probably the books that I've heard the most amazing things about. So I can't wait to read them. And if I don't like them, I'm going to be very upset. Because I think out of any book that I own, or any books that I own, these I've heard the most good things about. And I haven't heard many, if any, negative things about this series. So I'm going to go through them. They're all by Chloe Walsh. And they're the Boys of Tommen series, the first 5 books. And I already have the 6th one, so I'm not going to show that one, obviously. Binding 13, the first 2 have sprayed edges with Johnny and Shannon written on them. But Binding 13, Keeping 13, and the rest of them don't have sprayed edges, unfortunately. Saving 6, this one's a little bit smaller. Redeeming 6. And Taming 7. This one's also a bit smaller. So I can't wait to read these. I really can't wait. I've heard Binding 13 specifically and Releasing 10 are like some of the most sad books you could ever read. Also, those and A Little Life. A Little Life by something Yanagihara, I think. I'm probably butchering their name, but yeah. A Little Life and this book specifically and Redeeming 10, I've heard are very, very emotional books. So I can't wait to read those. So I might make a video. I don't usually cry at a lot of things, especially books and like movies and stuff. But I might actually make a little vlog or a video of myself and post it on TikTok of me reading Binding 13, is it Releasing 10? Something 10. I can't remember what it was, or what it is. So I might make a video of myself on it and post it on TikTok of me reading this one, the last book in the series, and A Little Life, just to see if I cry during it and post it. Because like I said, I'm not a huge crier. I don't usually like to cry at, especially books and like movies. I don't. So last time I cried during a book or a movie was Marley and Me when I was like 7 years old. So there's that. Let's see if I can put these over here without falling. Okay, got it. I got Slow Burn by Oti Mabuse. She is one of the pros on Strictly Come Dancing, which is the British version of Dancing with the Stars, which is one of my favorite shows ever. This one's also signed by her, so that was cool. Or that's cool. When this book came out, I had no idea what it was about. I knew it was about 2 dancers, obviously, because that's what's on the cover. But literally the only reason why I bought this book is because OT wrote it. I'll see if she's had... Yeah, there she is. A picture of her inside the book. But, yeah, I literally only bought this book or ordered it because she wrote it. I didn't care what it was about. I just bought it because she wrote it. And, yeah. I'm still not even 100% sure what it's about, but I believe it's about 2 dancers. Like 2 ballroom dancers, I believe. And obviously it's a romance. So I can't wait to read this. And like I said, I think it's really cool that it's signed by her. So there's that. I got The Last Heart Beating by Natty Neidhart. Neidhart, who is one of my favorite wrestlers ever. She's a legend. So, and I don't own every WWE superstar book ever. But I own a nice few of them. I own Ronda Rousey's, Becky Lynch. I've already read hers, and I've already read Drew McIntyre's. But now I have Natty's. So, can't wait to read that one. And I think, I think there's pictures in here. Love it. Next, my aunt gave me this one. She already read it. It took her like 4 days to read a book this thick, which is very good for her because I don't think she don't usually read big books like this unless it's like by Karen Kingsbury, which this one is, or Debbie McCumber or whatever. Because every time I tell her about a book that has like over 500 pages, she'll be like, that will take me like 2 months to read it. But this one took her like 4 days. So anyway, she said it was really, really good. And it must have been for it to take her 4 days. So this is one of the books that has like 2 books in one. So it comes with Even Now and Ever After by Karen Kingsbury. My mom and my aunt love Karen Kingsbury. I've read 1 book by her so far, and that was Someone Like You, I think it was called. And it was pretty good, so I'm excited to read this one. And I read Divine by Karen Kingsbury. That was really good. One of my favorite books ever. But Can't wait to read this one. I got 2 poetry books. I wasn't going to show these either because they're not like novels, but I wanted to, I'm going to show them. I figured I'd show them anyway because these were the 2 books that I've always wanted. Like when I was in high school, I remember being in high school in the computer lab doing our assignments, whatever. And if I was done early, I would literally look up different poems from these books and write them down. Because, like, I wanted these books so bad. And I went and I bought them secondhand. Someone was selling them on Facebook Marketplace. So I went and I bought both of them. She had more. The lady selling these had more poetry books. And she had another Rupi Kaur book, which was Homebody, I think. But these were the 2 that I wanted the most. So I went and I went and bought these 2. Milk and Honey and The Sun and Her Flowers by Rupi Kaur. But anyway, that's that. Everyone in the Group Chat Dies by L.M. Chilton. I've heard nothing about this book, but when I saw the word dies, don't ask me why, but it caught my eye instantly. Like I said, I love thrillers, mysteries, whatever, so anything about someone's death and like solving like who did it, whatever, I'm into. So there's that. Wreck by Catherine Newman. I got this one for Christmas as well. Where We Go From Here by Lucas Roca. I think this is the second book I own from him. I own You've Lost a Lot of Blood, also by Lucas Roca. So I haven't heard anything about this book either, or what's it called? You've Lost a Lot of Blood. I haven't heard about any of his books so far, but I'm into, like I said, I'm into really weird books. So I ordered this one. It's very different from any other book that I own or have read. I'm not going to read, like, the full back of it. I'm just going to read, like, the first 3, like, right here. Henrique has had HIV for 3 years. Ian has just tested positive. Victor got with Henrique last night and thinks he may have caught it. It's very different. I haven't read any or heard of any books like that before, so I don't know. I'm going to give it a go. I got The Perfect Host by Heather Gudenkauf, which I also got for Christmas. This was one of my Christmas Eve gifts. Or part of my Christmas Eve gifts. I've read one book by her so far, and that was Little Mercies, and it's probably my favorite book of all time. I'm obsessed with it. So I'm hoping this one is really good too. I own a couple of her other books, but I haven't read them yet, but I'm excited to read this one. The Burning Library by Jilly McMillan. And the last book I got in December is giving textbook vibes. Because literally, it's massive. Like, it's literally like a textbook. Hello? Like, it's not like, yeah, it's a novel. Obviously. But it's giving, like social studies textbook or some shit. Like, it's massive. But it's called Raised by a Killer. The complete series by C. Comazar. So it has, like, every book in the series. Books 1 through 10. So, and for being 10 novels in here, it's not that big. I mean, it is big, like, this way, but not, like, length. You know what I mean? But, like, oh my god. Like, it's massive. It's, like, I could just imagine, like, okay, this would be different, okay? Imagine, like, okay, I'm going into, like, a coffee shop or whatever, like Tim Hortons, with a book, just reading. So this would look normal. Yeah. Okay. Going into Tim Hortons to read with a cup of, like, coffee, or, I don't drink coffee, so I would say, like, hot chocolate or whatever. Like, imagine just looking over and I'm here reading like this in the middle of a cafe. Like, literally, you'd think I'm doing homework or studying or something. And I'm not even in school anymore. But anyway, when I ordered this, I just thought it was like a regular-ass book. And then I got it and I saw how big it was. And I'm like, what? Did I order the right one? But apparently I did. And apparently some people were surprised too, because I looked through like all the reviews and shit, and people were just as surprised as me when they saw it was how big it is. But anyway, I'll still give it a go, but it's huge, massive. Like, it's definitely giving textbook. But anyway, no, I don't see my Indigo gift card. That's sad. But I still have a week left to find it, so I'm sure I'll find it. I'm sure it's somewhere. If not, I'm definitely going to panic, but I'm not going to panic yet because I still have like a week to find it, so we'll see. But yeah, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see more content from me, and I will see you guys next week for another video. Bye, guys.